2K Sports so proudly presents this PGA Tour event. We're at the Players' Championship. Today's coverage is about to start. Pleased you could join us for this first round action. Welcome back to the stadium course, TPC Sawgrass. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam. And Rich, you know you're at Pete Dyer's big property as soon as you get underway here.
Opening par 4, 426 yards, and this fairway sits more across you instead of in front of you, so players want to generally work the golf ball from left to right to give them the best odds of finding the fairway. Second shot is to a plateaued green that usually runs a little bit from left to right down the slope. Not an overly difficult starting hole, but one that's tough to make birdies on, but pars should be easy to swing by.
I know, I can't wait. Let's get back down to the coverage. And let's see what he can do here today. This shot from the first cut of rough. Well, this should be unpredictable. That was never really a comfortable shot for them, was it?
Now, coming out of the rough, missing the green was always in the cards.
Time now for the fourth shot. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. And down she goes. Well, that's not the most positive of starts, getting underway over par.
Yeah, but if you look how they played the hole, it was disastrous. Lucky to walk away with a bogey.
Where will this one end up? Bit disappointing, that one. Let's have a look at Billy Horschel.
He's a sharp shooter from short range, isn't he?
And back to the course with the live action. Trying to get out of this pine straw here. Going with the hybrid. Oh dear, that's on the beach. And here we are with their fourth. Nice soft hands around the green. What a skill to have.
Judging it beautifully.
Well, that looked good for a long way. And down it goes for consecutive bogeys.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole. Going with the 6-iron here. Well, a little off the target with that one.
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
And he needs this to save par. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Just 3 feet to the cup. Okay, let's head to the next. Sitting at 3 over for the day. Yeah, I can understand you'd be disappointed by the bogey, but here's an opportunity to bounce back.
Par 4, 384 yards, a long snake-like bunker down the right-hand side to a cool little green with all sorts of movement on it. A very fun hole to play indeed.
Time to recap Bryson DeChambeau's effort from just a little while ago. Let's get back to it, shall we? Coming off a run of 3 straight bogeys. Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
That's been the story of the day, isn't it, Luke? Has missed a lot of greens, and you can't afford to do that on this golf course.
Oh, that's a high caliber shot. That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. Oh, here he comes into the top 10 with a bolt. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. It's time to begin this par 4 hole.
Par 4, 471 yards. Drive it out to the left-hand side to give yourself the best angle for your second shot into this long, thin green.
You liked that, didn't you? Time to take a look at what's going on at the 6th. Let's return to live play now. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. It's a little wayward.
And coming up well short.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. 5 strokes behind our leader. This putt is for a spot inside the top 10. And that brings to an end that hole. And what a way to jump into the top 10. Trailing by 4 strokes. Welcome to this hole. It's a par 4.
Par 4, 393 yards from the back. Most players taking out a long iron or hybrid just for placement in the fairway. This green is surrounded by tall palm trees. Don't get caught out by one.
That's not the shot he was hoping for. And let's take a look at this shot from just a moment ago. Bryson DeChambeau with a fantastic shot. Lining up for his 3rd now. 2nd shot here on the 6th.
That one's headed right and staying right.
And he's not hit the mark on that approach.
Distance control nearly impossible coming out of this rough.
Well, that's very crafty, isn't it?
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Oh, that looks like a pure stroke. And he dances his way into the top 10 after that delightful shot. And now teeing off on this par 4 hole.
Par 4, 451 yards, all sorts of danger down the left-hand side. Hit your tee shot out to the right. 2nd shot, find the green, 2-putt, and sprint to the tee on the 8th.
2nd shot here on the 7th. Going with the pitching wedge here. That's heading into the rough, I think. That approach didn't seem to fit their eye.
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. A chance for the top 10 here if you can make this. So after that hole, this is the current standings on the course. And he'll move into the top 10. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. We have a par 3 on this one.
Par 3, 237 yards in length. A brute, to say the least. It is a tough hole surrounded by bunkers. If you can make 3 here, you're a happy person.
Well, this would be a good putt to make. You'd move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. That wasn't your best effort, was it? Oh, just missed. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Yep, well holed for bogey. That's a good way to move into the top 10. Sitting at 4 over for the day.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
That one's heading down Broadway. Well, Rich, it's got a big-time feel about it, this Players' Championship. Known by some as the 5th major. What are your thoughts?
Not for me. I think it's the thing I love about it the most. It's got a great field. I mean, this week you got to beat 99 of the world's top 100 to walk away the champion. And it's a fairly open tournament, but it always has the feel that the biggest and the best players rise to the occasion to challenge this golf course. It's not easy. It's got a lot of quirky things about it. It's firm. It's fast. It's difficult. But if you're hitting it in the right spots off the tee, you have a really good chance of hitting close with your second shot. It's just a tactician's dream. And so I find it to be more about players that that plod along, that actually have a well thought out execution plan. I think that players that it just kind of, they make it up as they go along, they don't fare well around this golf course.
I like the fact that there's no one particular player it suits. It's a golf course, when you look through the history of champions, yes, you've had the absolute stars of the game, players that can hit the ball a mile, but then you've got the players that are, as you suggested, tacticians, shorter hitters, plot their way around, get the job done. I like that concept.
Well, it's, you know, and you can have the long hitters taking out irons and taking advantage of where some of the other shorter hitters are hitting three-wooder drivers. So yeah, there's just a multitude of ways to take on this golf course, but you have to be committed to every single shot. You have to know exactly where you need to place it in the fairway to make sure your second shot is in a good angle. I could go through many examples, but on each and every hole, there's a place where you can be on the fairway, but out of position.
That's a good-looking shot there. Come on, let's make this putt. You'll move inside the top 20 if you do. Bit too heavy-handed there. Okay, steady now. It's just about 3 feet away. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. Sitting at 6 over for the day. Teeing off here at the 11th.
Par 5, 558 yards long. Avoid the fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and you might have a hope of going for it in 2. However, you better be brave and you better know what you're doing, because this green will call you out on the second shots if you're not careful.
Well, this could alter the line of the shot. Good option. Take your medicine and try and get it up and down from there. Well, I hope you pack the bucket and spade, because you're heading to the sand. Didn't quite strike that as cleanly as they would have hoped.
Coming up a little short with that effort. Not bad, though.
All right, safely out of the bunker, and now a chance to make a putt. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a par 4.
Par 4 12th, a new design in the last couple of years. Water all the way down the left-hand side, but it's a drivable par 4. Most players will bail out to the right, but the brave ones will take on the green with their tee shots. 2s and 3s are easy to come by, but so are 5s and 6s if you get it out of position.
Well, that's a handy shot. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. This putt to move into the top 20 on the leaderboard. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Let's see what happens here at the 13th.
So many different levels to this green. On the par 3, playing 181 yards. You can get it close. You can even make a hole in 1, but watch out if you hit in the wrong spot on the green. It'll be difficult to 2-putt from there.
Opting for the 6-iron. That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
Greens in regulation today has been absolutely abysmal, and that is reflective on their scorecard.
And that puddle drop. Well done. Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole. There's a few birdie opportunities out of the gate here on the second 9 at TPC Sawgrass, but it really starts to toughen up down the stretch, starting here with a difficult par 4 14th.
Difficult tee shot on this, playing some 481 yards from the tip. You find the fairway and you've got a decent chance of finding the green with your second shot, but if you're out of position anywhere on this hole, your number will go up exponentially. Trying to get it to move a little bit to the left here.
It's fair to say that that approach didn't hit the mark.
Oh, as we can see there, the wind definitely affecting that shot.
Five feet coming up to the cup. Ouch, that hurts. Putting for bogey. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Now 8 shots back after that hole. And after a bogey at the last, they're looking for a big drive on this hole.
One of the more simple tee shots on the golf course, par 4, 470 yards. Just a little fade required off the tee to the fairway. The green sits up above the fairway a little bit, surrounded by a couple of bunkers, but I gotta say, I like this hole. It's straightforward, it's simple, before you head into the final 3. Uh-oh, this one's out, heading towards the rough.
Not sure if that's what they're intending to do.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
That's on the green, but still a fair way from the hole. Ooh, right by the hole. This is a bogey putt coming up. The putt goes in, and that's back-to-back bogeys.
You're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
And on the tee now, coming off the bogey. Might have a bit of a sting in the tail, I'd imagine.
Par 5, 486 yards. Fun-filled adventure waits. Find the fairway, and let's see how brave you are. Do you want to take on the second shot and try and knock it on the green? Of course you do, but watch out. Lots of water awaiting a wayward second.
Looks like this one's going to the beach. Getting ready to play their third. It was a solid shot. Out of the bunker and onto the surface. And that's for birdie. Well holed. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. And we've arrived at a par 3.
Par 3 17th, 137 yards, island green. I've actually seen a caddy throw it onto this green, but with a golf club in your hand, can you hit the green?
Close to the surface here, in the green side rough.
John, talk to us. What do you got for us?
Well, I'm over on the 18th hole, and this is Patrick Cantlay setting up his next shot.
And back to the course with the live action. Well, at least it wasn't a double. Sitting at 9 over par.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
All right, one more hole to go. Let's see how you handle the 18th.
Par 4, 462 yards, and you're going to find out what kind of player you are when you tee off here. How brave are you? How much do you trust your swing? If you find the fairway, that's a great start, but the second shot awaits.
That's a pretty handy shot. Wow, what a shot. 11 feet left to the hole. Gets that one to go down, and that'll end the day's work. Well, there you have it, Rich. At the end of the opening round, he finds himself in first place.
They're feeling awfully good about their game, aren't they? But there's lots of golf left to play. They need to make sure they go out and continue to play on the front foot and try and get this thing done.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.